We will sit back on the blanket and keep one knee bent, pointing toward the ceiling now, the other leg along, and take the strap to hook the foot. We will maintain extension of the spine, ask for a fold and a twist and some core work. Here we go. At first, come into a little bit of a fold, remembering that the front spine lengthens, that the arm against the leg can have this resisting relationship. And we are waking up the hamstrings and the lower back a little bit more. As you draw the kneecap up, engaging the quadriceps, that's going to help the hamstrings. Keep coming. Enjoy where you are. Then add an element of twist. The hand that is opposite the foot is going to hold the strap as close as possible. If your fold is deep and you can ignore the strap, you can catch the outer edge of the foot. The free arm gets to press down and back and help you extend the spine. The bent knee is still learning to resist the outer arm or the shoulder. And all of this to help us extend the spine, long spine. So there are a number of things that we can do here to add an element of fun. We can lift the long leg, and its muscles, quadricep muscles help, not just the arm. We can go back and check and notice that all the other cues are still in play. And then we can ask for some strengthening. The foot at the floor gets to bear down, the hand behind gets to bear down, and whether I lift my sitting bones or not, the action is toward that end. So we're asking for that little bit of lift that engages the core, trying not to lean in any way, and then sitting right back down. Ooh, that was a lot. We'll come back and we'll add on, but for now, let's do all of that on the other side. And I'm going to change my position so that I keep us together and hopefully explain the options. So hooking the foot, sitting nice and tall, there is value in this starting place and to build time in the starting place. As you are ready to fold, an exhalation gets you there. Walk the hands ahead, find all those relationships, the bent knee against the shoulder blades in charge of holding the reins, heart leading. And then the hand that is opposite the foot gets to hold the strap. The free arm travels behind, and it helps press you into all of this, any amount more. Again, if your fold allows you to catch the outer leg, please do. Keep lengthening, and then begin to explore. If we were to lift the long leg, what is that like? Whether you're holding the foot or with the strap. And if you're going to ask for a little bit more push into the floor to support the weight of your body, whether or not you actually lift is not important. They are all stepping stones of providing action, building strength and understanding. And then right back down. Wonderful. So now we're going to alternate again, and we're going to add a different bit of core work. If you are using the strap, continue to use it, otherwise set it aside. And I am going to turn to the other side. We don't need our blanket now. So while you still work with one knee bent, one leg long, reaching to hold the strap or your foot, this time lift the leg, keep the sitting bones at the floor, and prop up the back hand. The back hand does need to push, so does the propped up foot. Again, we're at our tallest spine, and we're going to begin to drop the torso, the spine back, and consider reaching the free arm away. And as we do, we can find that perhaps we can lift the other leg. And maybe we can lift it to meet the one we're holding so that there's a counterbalancing effect. The weight of the head and the arm, they counter the weight of the legs. One more breath, please. Notice how this tricks you into really being tall, long, and then come on in. Very nice. Let's do the other side. I'm going to turn around so you can simply stay as you are. But as you start from that very simple place of holding the long leg, lifting it, the sitting bones stay at the floor. The free arm can prop you up. As you tip the body weight back, keep your back fairly straight, and then begin to find what you can do. Extending the leg. Each side is different. There's a lot of work here. The entire body participates. And then slowly come in. So that reminds us of what we know in boat pose. We just simply added a twist to it. We're going to do a few boat pose preparations. We'll start this way. Hands underneath the knees, drawing ourselves forward and up, coming near the top of the sitting bones, and recognizing that we're trying to return here with repetition. Round in the spine, take on cat pose. This great articulation of the spine is quite valuable. It's good insurance. Look down to your belly, exhale, and then draw yourself forward and up and go past neutral and into cow. Come into a little bit of a light back bend. Lift your gaze. Let's try that one more time. As we take on a few more variations, preparations for boat pose, at any point, return to this. It is a wonderful recovery and it feels good. It's a great preparation in itself. Now, begin to keep your back fairly neutral and drop your body weight back, similar to what we had done before. And then just simply reach the arms forward. If our legs were lifted, the workload would be greater, so the front body is cinched up to hold us here, and we can tell very quickly. Catch hold underneath, draw yourself forward and up. We can prop up differently and let some other part take up the difference, build its strength, its place in the pose. So now, still in this propped up position, I'm going to lift one or both legs. Broaden the collarbones, recognize that you are not really needing your arms for a lot of heavy work, and feel if you can stand to straighten one or both legs. Just notice, it's a lot of hip flexor and quadricep work, and return to that recovery. That feels good. Next, let's use our strap again. This time, I'm going to hook both feet. And while I keep the heels close, I want to return to that idea of rocking side to side and walking the sitting bones closer to my heels. Draw up. And the back body cinches up to help you stay here. And that's what it will be doing in boat pose Navasana anyway. So that is why this is a useful functional preparation toward that end. You can lift the heels and feel how the front body takes on its share of the load. You can bring the shins to a parallel position. Notice how the neck stays longer, takes up that opportunity. But now I'm going to have us back off to do more. I like using that cue. Park one foot at the floor, take it out of the strap, and begin to bear down and to pull back. And notice how it helps you sit a little bit taller, coming toward the top of the sitting bones. And then decide if you can straighten the long leg. So the bottom foot pulls in, the top leg reaches out, your hands holding close, and this expansion of the front spine. There's a lot of work going on here. Come and switch, whether you need to park the heel at the floor or not. Get your bearings, remind yourself how the bottom leg has its job, and then notice what you can do on this side. And return. Now that we warmed up a few more muscles, we can Explore even from this position. So if you feel like you've spent a lot of energy, you can return those heels to the floor or lift that little bit. But if you can stand to do more, straighten both legs. Notice what that is like. Don't forget to breathe. I'm reminding me too. And then come on in. Great job, everyone. We need a twist to recover from that work, and then we will get to our standing work. Sitting on the blanket, I'm going to keep myself here just to keep it simple. Come and sit with that little bit of height. Bend one knee, straighten the other leg, and drawing yourself forward and up, using the leverage of the frame of your body, begin to turn. If you're holding the right knee, you're turning to the right. Prop up the back hand and hug that front knee any amount more. Keep reaching into the long leg. Notice how both arms help you into this twist. Keep the anchored foot doing its job, bearing down so you can lift the ribs and find any amount more twist. There are so many places we can go in this pose, Marshasana. There are several forms of this pose. And one is to take the elbow to the outer knee in case we are finding that we are deepening that experience. And when we do, to keep from drawing the knee in, keeping it in its place, it's the upper body that had to turn. We want to reach the fingers up. We want to resist the arm to the leg and return to focus on how all four limbs have their job. We are in an upright position here, turning the head to follow with the ideal of this great deep twist. When you're ready to come out of the twist, inhale and set up for the other side. I am simply going to swing to the front and continue to use the same height, drawing the spine to extension, reaching into the long leg, and then easing into twisting to the other side. Exhale as you ask for more. Don't be in a hurry. And remember to create space, to create lift. And then ask for that little bit deeper a twist. That is the safe way. Whatever you practice on one side, try to find it on the other side. Keeping the knee in its place, letting the upper body make the adjustment, finding that support below us that helps us to rise up. One more breath. And it is an inhalation that brings us out of this pose. Wonderful. A lot of freedom now.